Should you or should you not reveal your net worth and salary? Hey guys, it's Sharon from Digital Nomad Quest, and today we're going to talk about this topic of revealing your net worth and salary publicly. So if you guys are new to this channel, welcome. I'm all about teaching you how to build passive income, become financially free, and design your best lives. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified of my latest videos. So I feel like money is kind of a taboo subject for people, and they don't like to talk about how much they make or how much they have, and for good reason, okay? So I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of kind of revealing your money situation. Let's just get right into it. So I wanted to get the answer behind what people think around revealing their net worth and their salary. So I decided to put out two polls. I put one on my Facebook group and I put one on my YouTube channel. The answers were astonishing in my opinion. It's like sort of surprising, but also not really. So I'm going to show you guys right now. So as you can see on my YouTube channel, only 29% of people said yes and 71% of people said no out of 17 votes. And then for the Facebook group, 17 people said no as well, and then 3 people said yes when it came to revealing that numbers. So basically 17 out of 20 people would not reveal those numbers. So I kind of want to break down those pros and cons, and I'd be curious what you guys think. First of all, when you reveal these numbers, people start seeing you basically as dollar signs, and they kind of attach your identity with your net worth and salary, honestly. You know, I feel like people tend to do that, and I saw this article from Financial Samurai who actually talked about his situation where him and his friend were golfing, and basically his friend was asking him, okay, how much are you making at your job? The Financial Samurai guy was like, I'm not comfortable with telling you, but his friend insisted because he was going to get a promotion, but he wanted to know how much he should get paid for. And once the Financial Samurai guy told his friend just went super quiet, and basically their friendship just like changed after that. And what happened was his friend didn't even get the promotion because that number ended up being too high. Then they didn't give him the promotion, and it just all went south. And then he really regretted revealing how much he made. And I can see why that is a huge problem when friends attach a lot of their worth to their money, their success, and then hear about your success or your money. It can kind of change how they view you. And I know that that's something that's more external, of like that person needs to kind of change their mindset, but maybe it would help your friendships if you didn't reveal those money amounts. I think it just really depends on your friendships. But I think the idea of knowing what everyone's making and like how much net worth they have is just, it can be problematic. I kind of equate it to like, you know, Instagram and social media, where I feel like people start attaching those pictures to like their true self and thinking, oh my gosh, they have like this home, they have this relationship, they have all this stuff, and why don't I have this stuff? And that type of conversation will probably happen in people's minds when they know like your net worth and your salary. Another con obviously is identity theft. In this day and age, there are a lot of like hackers, there are a lot of ways to like basically hack your accounts and steal your stuff. And when you're revealing kind of how much you make and how much you have, it makes you a target ultimately. So I feel like that can be problematic. It might be safer for you to not reveal those numbers because of that situation. However, I can think of a few pros for actually revealing these numbers. So one, I find that a lot of people do appreciate it when people are transparent with their numbers, especially like experts in the field. So for me, I have always kind of looked at people's income reports and saw like, wow, they're killing it, and it inspired me. So one of the pros to me is it can give people hope and inspiration. You know, for me, it's like, if that person can do it, then maybe I can do it. And it just, them breaking down how they did it and like what the numbers were really helped me with my journey actually. Another pro is obviously if you're an expert, it does establish authority. And that's kind of why this question came up for me, because I was wondering, do I need to reveal those numbers in order to establish my authority? I see a lot of financial bloggers who report their net worth constantly, and a lot of people enjoy seeing their progress. The more I thought about these pros and cons, the more I kind of held back. So let's keep going on this list. This might also be good to have conversations around this when people are being underpaid. People who are underpaid can realize their position and either request a promotion or quit if they find that their peers are making more than them. That's like an injustice, and they need to know this type of stuff. But if no one's talking about it, how are they going to know this? So someone actually wrote in the comments of the poll that I put out saying that discussing income is important to realize you're being underpaid, because at their last job, their colleagues were making 10% more than them. And then they put in their 2 weeks because of that. And then when they were interviewing for a new job, they decided to say their target salary was their old coworker's salary plus 10,000, which actually led them to getting a 30% pay raise. And that could have only happened if he talked to other people to understand how much each person's getting paid and how much he's getting paid in comparison. These numbers are important to know if you are basically being treated fairly, to be honest. And then lastly, I feel like being able to share these goals openly, especially if you are a financially oriented person, if you are trying to achieve financial freedom, it could be a good thing to be able to talk it out with your friends and your peers. If you guys all share the same goal, you guys can share tips, you can share advice, and you guys can have everything out in the open. So it's just like this judgment-free zone where you guys can share. And it really depends on who you're sharing that with. Someone also mentioned in the poll that they would only discuss this amongst other financial freedom fighters. And I can totally understand that, because if those people understand you, then they know that, you guys share similar goals. You guys are trying to do the same thing. So they're not gonna, knock you down so hopefully they're the types of people who are going to be supportive and not knock you down or get jealous of what you have. All right, so in conclusion, for myself, out of safety, I probably wouldn't discuss a complete picture of my net worth and my salary. I wouldn't reveal those exact numbers because, the more I talked about it and the more I saw those results, the more I'm like, okay, I can see where you're coming from, because I don't want to put myself at risk. It's a safety reason. And as much as I do want to, inspire people, I hope that my teachings, my content will speak for itself, because I don't want to put myself at risk. Even when I was reporting my side hustle income on my blog before, my parents actually got pissed at me because they told me that's not safe. I was endangering myself, take it down. So I ended up having to take it all down, take those numbers down. But my workaround was essentially I would talk about hitting certain passive income milestones, but not really. I was a little more vague about it. I would just put down a number, not the exact number, but kind of my side hustle numbers that I was able to hit. Maybe if I hit the 4,000, 5,000 mark, I would actually write that down. But even now, even seeing, how people responded and how identity theft seems to be a huge concern, I can see the worries around that, and I might be refraining from doing more of that. I do feel as an authority figure, it is very helpful so that people can trust you more. So it's still a question in my mind, essentially, because I do want people to know how I'm doing with everything of this stuff and show that, I have credibility to be able to teach this stuff. So I hope this video helped in kind of exploring different opinions and perspectives around this topic. I would be very interested in hearing what you guys have to say about this topic, if you guys support being very public with these numbers or not. And do you guys think it's good or bad to have, this stigma around talking about money openly? Because I can see the benefits of it. Hope you guys like this video. Make sure to smash the like button if you guys liked it, and subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified of my latest videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.